Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Day-Glo Buffalo and this is Let's Play Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. When we last left off, we were in the drawing room, I believe Imelda called it. But you know what basically was Pierre Carchon's office. And we were about to print out the symbols that we found on an engraved piece of metal. So let's quickly take a look at it.
The artifact was like an old printer's block, covered in symbols.
And let's get to it. See what happens.
I rolled the artifact in the paint until it was completely coated.
And then she put it in her coat. So she's basically printing whatever is on the artifact on the inside of her coat.
Genius! The roller and the paint worked just as I planned. But what did it say?
Genius. Let's not exaggerate. It says SDSS DSS. And Subudice. Under justice? Under Judice or Judice actually. That would be it in Italian, but that would be the justice as in the judge.
It was some kind of coded message. It read, Sub Judice. I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts. Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense. I suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, sub judice could in this case mean literally under the law courts, below the conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was a huge story. It was also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
That fancy prize that you get as a journalist? She doesn't know what it's called? Or I wonder if the Pulitzer has like, if there's a copyright like on the name and you can't just like, you know, name it in vain like that. That seems kind of odd. I don't know. So, in Carchon's safe, found a stone cylinder. It's stone, not metal. Stone cylinder with symbols carved on surface. Got an imprint and found that it contained a coded message. Oops, I think there's more. Subudice. SDSS DSS. Subudice refers to a case that is under the jurisdiction of a court. But what about the letters? Carchon was carrying a boat ticket marked Bateau de la Conciergerie. I apologize for my terrible French. The Conciergerie being the ancient law courts. Coded message includes the word Subudice. I should follow the clues exactly by going to the quayside on the Ile de la Cité, literally under the Conciergerie. Fair enough. So we're not going to clean up this mess that we made? No, guess not. I also don't think we can make Nico run. Can we call somebody? Let's talk to Imelda again.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving. Do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
sub judice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there.
In La Cité, an hour later. Here we
Canchon
are.
wasn't the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here. Something that got him killed.
This is the part that I remember, that there was something going on the banks of the River Seine. So here we can head back, but I don't think we want to do that.
An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way.
Okay, let's not investigate.
The fence wouldn't move.
Maybe this one? Maybe not.
This fence wouldn't move either. I wasn't leaving yet. I had a hunch there was more to find.
I think so too, because right around the corner is that symbol that we keep seeing around.
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment. I knew I was on the right track.
And it's also on the print we made.
I tried pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move.
Maybe try pulling
A
it.
strange pair of locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
A pair of lock, you say? Oh, goody! A puzzle. Uh-huh, this is how... So we have to get this over here. To do that... This is 3 wide. So moving it up here is pointless because it would still overlap. Because it's 3 wide. It's not wide enough, so we have to move it to the bottom, which means that we have to get this to the top. So let's see. No, no, no. We can't move this up or down. We can only move it sideways. So we can only move these along their long side, let's put it this way. This doesn't do anything for us. I don't think. No. That doesn't do anything for us. Uh-huh. So let's start off with this. Now we can move this and move this one further up. Move this, get this all the way up. Oh, wait. No. Hold on. Get it back. Ah! No! Put this in the middle. Get this up here. Move this over here. Now we can move these up and this down. We can at least get this one over. And
One down, one to go.
Okay, this wasn't too bad. So here we need to move this. We still have to move it down to the bottom because, again, on the top side there's not enough room. So we have to get this out of the way. To get this out of the way, we need to move these, which are blocked by this piece. So I guess maybe... So bring this down. Move these over. This up. Yeah. Maybe we have to move it over only one for now. Have to find a way to get this piece free. Which means moving this piece. Which means moving this piece. Which means moving this piece. The problem is that to move this piece, we have to get a bunch of others out of the way. Because this one has to move all the way over. Is there any way we can reset this? Is it even possible to get into a situation in these kinds of puzzles where there is no solution? We have to get this to the top. Which means moving this back. But now we can't get it all the way to the top. That's pointless. This one is still in the way. No. Uh-huh. We wanted that. I don't quite remember why, but we wanted to get that to the bottom. Uh-huh. This. Which moves this out of the way, but keeps this. Now this is in the way. That moves it out of the way. Now we can move this down. Whoops. Clicked on the journal by mistake, but I believe we have the solution.
Nothing like a good convent education for honing your lockpicking skills.
I did all the work there, and I was not educated in a convent. So, well, I hope that didn't take too long, so let's move on.
For a room full of junk, that was one very sophisticated lock system. This place was definitely fishy, in more ways than one.
Like, I don't know, the ominous door-like structure over on this side might tip us off.
Oops.
Ah, there's conveniently something underneath the boat, but notice how apparently the gate fell over to very conveniently become a bridge over this little canal.
I really didn't want to pull the fence back up and risk trapping myself in this place.
Yep, probably wouldn't nobody would probably find us for a couple
Moving
of hundred
a
of
skiff
years.
would only damage it more.
So, let's see what we found.
An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there.
Somebody got shot down here? What the hell was that?
The brass case was smooth and perfectly round. It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved.
Below the conciergerie, sub-Judische. Found a shell case underneath a rotting skiff. Weird thing to find in a grotto, I'd say. Nothing else here, so let's look at the door.
No handle, nothing obvious. But there had to be a way to open it.
The button,
The
maybe?
words Sinister and Dexter were carved on either side. Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right, left, right. But what did it mean here?
Roman is not a language, that's Latin. And lucky me, I took 6 years of Latin in high school. Not because I wanted to, but I had no choice. So, of course, SD works really well with SD, SS, DSS. So, I take it maybe the buttons we have to push, but that seems like more like we need to put something in here. Ooh. Hold on.
The hole was too small even for my little hand.
Do we need to put this in here? Hello? Okay.
Mystery solved. Carchon's stone cylinder slotted into the hole with a satisfying click.
Now we have S,
A
D,
satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe.
D.
Another click. Another step closer.
S. S. D. S. S.
I love the sound of locks clicking open.
That was much of a click. That was more of a rumble. Of course, that wasn't the lock clicking, that was the door opening. Come on, go inside. Or maybe... Do we get the thing back? Ah, yes we do.
I removed the stone cylinder.
So, here we have the same old cross that we've been seeing everywhere.
Ut lex vel ut next sumito. To the law or unto death, submit. I guess these people didn't believe in liberté, égalité, or fraternité. Yes, I'll admit it. I was a swot at school. I also wore lipstick and the nuns never knew.
So that's gone back out. Let's take a look at this then.
Oh my god! The slab came down with a hell of a force.
Okay, I said take a look at it, not move it.
With nothing to hold it up, the cross dropped back down again.
Hold on, but something moved over here.
The panel wouldn't move.
Hmm.
Lifting the cross closed the entrance door and also opened some kind of stone panel. Ingenious.
Can we put the shell underneath it to keep it raised?
The stone cross was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
Okay.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
Can we maybe take a look at it?
I touched the slot.
No.
Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
It looks kind of round, so do we have to put the cylinder back in?
The artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed. The gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open.
Well, I don't think the hairpin's gonna do it.
I was going to need something a lot stronger than a hair clip to free the door.
Figured as much. The elephant, maybe? Yeah. No. Is there maybe something in the other room that we missed?
I removed the shell case. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it up.
Okay, so we're stuck in this room.
No way would I be able to force the door open.
Oh, or we could just grab this. Right. Maybe there's something over here that we can use to pry.
Moving the skiff would only damage it more.
Well,
Moving the skiff would only damage it more.
maybe let's look outside. Anybody have a handy crowbar? Where's Gordon Freeman when you need him?
An old boyfriend of mine owned.
You already heard that.
The fence wouldn't move.
Oh,
It was the old boathouse for the conciergerie. If I was right about the meaning of subjudice, then the answer had to lie somewhere here on the quayside.
yeah, we're just a crowbar short of finding that answer. Oh, didn't actually mean to click.
I really didn't
On
want to
here,
pull the
but-
fence back up and risk trapping myself in this place.
Let's see. So the ticket's not going to help us. The lace thingy is not going to help us. Cochon stone cylinder-operated mechanism which opened the door to a hidden chamber. But my way is blocked. Someone has gone to great lengths to protect something. Can we open any of these panels maybe and see what the mechanism, what's blocking the mechanism?
The panel would... The slab was too heavy for me to lift.
I don't know, the logical thing would be that should be something in the boathouse here. Or maybe not. I'm a bit stumped here. So, I guess we won't find out what's behind that heavy stone door until the next part. So for now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment below. Subscribe to stay up to date, and I will see you in the next part. So until then, have a good one.